The hardest part of changing is really choosing what to change. What to change. And for a lot of the people that are stuck in all kinds of behaviors from our past abuse that was done either to us or the abuse we've done to ourselves by choices we've made, particularly with addictive substances or behavior, right? But what's the what of change? What to change? And most are carrying the wrong directive and perspective. And that is, we're locked in where we were changed. We're locked in the moment that we were traumatized, or the moment that we were abused or abused ourselves. And we're locked into trying to change what cannot be changed, the past. So there is the bitterness, the unforgiveness, and the fights within ourselves, with other people, and with ourselves, or with things, whatever thing changed you. The PTSD from the war, from the car accident, from the disease, from the operation. We are locked into changing what we cannot change. You can't change the past. The family you were raised in, the thing that mom and dad did, the thing your brother did, the choices that you had already made, they're done, gone, washed over. That ship has sailed. And you give yourself an impossible task of trying to change what is already done, already gone, already passed. And that's a powerless position. So it's very depressing because you cannot change it. You cannot unring those bells. But what you can do, what we can do, we can look at changing our behavior going forward. So maybe we should focus on, instead of the past, last week, last month, last year, the last 30 years, what about the next week, the next day, the next month? Tell yourself, I don't want to yell at my children tomorrow. I don't want to yell at them this afternoon. I don't want to yell at them tonight. I don't want to fight with my husband. I don't want to fight with my wife. I don't want to fight with my friend. I don't want my next visit to be like my last one. I don't want to go out to dinner and have that same recurrence. I can't change that. I can change this. What? I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to do that tomorrow when I see them. I'm not going to do that when I come home to my family. I'm deciding today that what I do have power, I have power. I can change today. I can change this next moment, this next second, this next hour, this next week, this next word that comes out of my mouth. What can I do? I can think. I can wait. I can be patient, or I can be silent, or I can practice in my mind. Okay, when I see them, I'll take a deep breath. I'm going to say, how are you doing? And they're going to say, fine. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to say, no. Really, I want to know, how are you doing? So you can always push past whatever your weakness or selfishness is by training yourself to do the thing that's uncomfortable, to lean more in against yourself. It's the change that happens before the change happens. So you project and you practice what it is you want to do and the person you want to be, even though you're not that person, and you will become it by the active, repetitive practice. I'm going to ask this. It might be mechanical. I'll try to make it as personal as possible. I may be awkward, but I'll get better, like a baby walking. They're awkward, but they stop being awkward. Next thing you know, they're athletes. They're dancers. They're tightrope walkers. But they started, and they're awkward. And they fall down, they got up. Well, I didn't say that right. You may try that because you're trying to be something you're not yet. Oh, you know what? Let me say that again. Say it again. You know what? I said it the wrong way. I was sorry. That's not what I meant to say. I'm still learning how to talk. I'm still learning how to walk. I'm still learning how to love. Oh, forgive me. That didn't come out right. I'm not. Oh, you know what? I'm learning. There you go. With a smile, not a negativity that you're learning. Just say, I'm sorry. You know what? Stop. Rewind. Let me start over. See, that's what repentance is about. Stopping, rewinding, starting over. But let's not hold each other in each other's past sins. Use it to remind yourself of what you don't want to do and what you don't want to be. So don't forget it in that regard. Because you need to know what you're capable of, the monster you're capable of becoming. And that's the one you want to prevent. So you know what it's like. You know what the words will sound like to the person that you're talking to, the actions, the emotions, to your children even. You know. So remind yourself of that. Oh, I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to see them cry again. I don't want to see that expression on their face again. What can I do to change that? And you do it. And you're awkward maybe at first, but you won't be after a while. And you resist those lizard brain, Neanderthal tendencies that are natural without thought, the fight, flight syndrome. Energy in the hands, energy in the feet, fight or run, or energy in the tongue. Blah, 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 blah. You're saying all kinds of crazy things. Some things you cannot take back. You do things you cannot take back. You run from things you cannot turn back or get back. So remember that this morning. And give it all a chance to change.